What's up? My name is Divested Witch, and I would like to discuss this new video by O'Shea Duke Jackson titled Passport Bros Gets Deleted in Chile, and people are joking. Now, I find it quite interesting that so many passport bros are now winning sympathy. They want people to have empathy for them when one of them comes to a untimely end. But what has passport bros and many other black males have done when black women meet untimely ends? We have seen in the past how black men will often rejoice over a black woman's death. Case in point, Lauren Smithfield, who was found dead by her date. It was ruled out that it was a drug overdose. She had fentanyl in her system and she passed away. But black men turned this tragedy into a triumph, okay? They would mock black women online saying, see, this is what happens when you date white men. And see, y'all divesters and you bed wenches, and this is what's going to happen to you. Black males were super happy over the fact that this young lady died. Okay. And also another example of black males celebrating black women's death was when Diamond died recently. Okay. Diamond is a Trump supporter and she is a black conservative. All right. When she died of health complications, black males also celebrated her death. So you don't get to sit online crying now that people are mocking passport bros getting toe tagged overseas.
Imagine this scenario. Imagine that you're on vacation. You've been working all year. Actually, you're celebrating the new year. And this is your 40th country that you visited. You went to law school, a very good law school, University of Maryland to be exact. You're a professional. You're well respected amongst your peers. And you just happen to be on the wrong side of town. You said, you know what? Let me take a photo. Next thing you know, gunshots! Your life is over. Then, as your life is over, people on the internet start writing false reports about you, putting you in the category of passport bros. Rewind, Dima! Now see, the reason why I'm doing this story today, because it's actually true. This is about Eric Garvin, who is an attorney. He was living in New York City. He worked in New York City. He went to a prestigious law school, University of Maryland School of Law. And of course, being a brother who's elite and has money and doing very well for himself, he's traveling. Traveling with who? Traveling with his friend. His dad was big time in the military, and unfortunately, he went to Santiago, Chile. But you know what? Stop the show. I'm actually going to play this news clip that will explain more of what I'm talking about.
He worked to reduce crime in his own community here in New York City, but was then murdered while on vacation in another country. 38-year-old Eric Garvin, a lawyer from Staten Island, was in Chile when his passion for travel and photography came to a sudden and violent end. He was shot to death on the streets of Santiago. His father, devastated by the news, spoke exclusively with Eyewitness News reporter Mike Marza about the tragic loss. Mike?
Sade, so heartbreaking. Eric Garvin went to Santiago with his best friend. The two stayed in separate parts of town, and when Garvin's friend couldn't find him, well, he went to the U.S. Embassy to report him missing, but instead, he was dead in a hospital morgue. Chilean authorities telling the family Garvin, who, as you mentioned, was an avid photographer and explorer, may have been wrongly targeted in a drug turf war.
Eric Eugene Garvin visited over 40 countries, many with his older sister Naomi. There they are in Cuba.
He made friends very quickly with our hosts and her extended family and even some of the neighbors on the block. But yeah, he never had a concern about going out of the country.
But on vacation in Santiago, Chile, Saturday, January 14th, he was shot and killed, taking a picture.
First of all, they sit up here trying to make it look like as if what they're doing is innocent, like they're just some regular tourists taking videos and taking photos. No, they're not. Everybody knows these passport bros are creeps and they're weirdos who love to sit up here and follow women around on the streets, filming them, okay? So it's no surprise that when this passport bro whips out his camera, he automatically gets approached by three men and gets his phone snatched and gets 2 bullets to the dome.
This is a sad situation because this describes a young black man, 38 years old, as an attorney, been an attorney, a successful one for over 13 years. And this guy is being put in the same category of the passport bros. Now, let me just say this. There's nothing wrong with being a passport bro. But what I've been seeing on social media is that you guys want to put him in the same category as the passport bros, who are allegedly those in the sexual tourism. And you know what? Not every passport bro is a sex tourist.
That's a damn lie. Everybody knows that 90% of passport bros are overseas so they can smash some lady boy's booty hole. Okay? Y'all are not coming home with wives. Y'all coming home with diseases.
But in my honest opinion, this is not a passport bro. This is a black man who just vacations and he's living in the United States. The passport bros are guys who typically live outside of the United States. But what you want to do, some of you people are trying to say that this guy was out there in Santiago, Chile, basically sex touring or doing sexual tourism, and he ended up losing his life. When in all actuality, he happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and possibly got mistaken for something, and just some idiots killed him. And see, that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing an extreme hatred for black men who die, and black men, by the way, who were high performing black men like this, right? A black man who went to University of Maryland Law School. A black man, if you go to his LinkedIn, he has so many professional people vouching for him, all right? And then I come to the internet and then I'm seeing people make fun of a situation of a guy who happened to get killed.
A lot of black men have sat up here talking about how successful this passport bro was, how intelligent this passport bro was. But to me, he couldn't have possibly been that intelligent, okay? You can have book smarts, but that don't mean you have street smarts, all right? He couldn't have been that intelligent because he shouldn't have even been in that crime, drug-infested community overseas anyway, especially with the climate of the passport bros and how they have hitmen after them. They got police looking to arrest them and stuff like that. So what the fuck made you think that you were safe? Because you a black man with a suit on? Because you a black man with a college degree? These killers don't give two shits about your LinkedIn account, all right? They don't give two shits about your college degree. They look at all of you as the same.
He was actually with a black woman. He was out there with his, I believe, his sister or best friend, as the article talks about. And yet here you have like just all of these people pretty much trying to bring this guy down because you just don't like passport bros or you just don't like black men. Not every black man who is traveling is considered a passport bro. You just have black men who live overseas. You just have black men who are doing their thing. Black men who just happen to just be wanting to check something out and come back to New York City. Why does everybody have to be a passport bro? But the reason why you guys do that is because you hate black men. And some of you guys for saying this are black men yourselves. You know, it's the same people that, you know, when Kevin Samuels passed away, you celebrated that. Sinful the P passed away, you're celebrating that. Alan Roger Curry celebrates that dies, you celebrate that. Now you have a guy who's an attorney who wasn't even a YouTuber, and you have guys celebrating that. Guys who have achieved, in this case, one of the brothers, more than most of the critics talking about him, both male and female. All right, most of the people talking about him couldn't even get into University of Maryland main campus or undergraduate, let alone University of Maryland Law School. And the reality is that I keep seeing that. Like any black man that travels overseas who probably don't even know what passport bros is you guys are throwing them in the see, that's what you black men get for going overseas. Like going overseas and taking a photo in the wrong neighborhood at the same time. Like if that happened to like a black woman and somebody responded in the way that you guys are responding, you would want that person deleted off of you.
I'm a black woman with a passport, and I'm a black woman who has traveled the world since the age of 4. So I've been to a lot of exotic and beautiful locations around the world, okay? I can tell you firsthand that I have never experienced any issues with the police or with the locals while traveling. You know why? Is because I respect traditions. I respect cultures that are different from mine. I respect people's values that are different from mine. Unlike you passport bros. So I really resent the fact that he's sitting up here trying to compare passport bros to black women traveling. Black women traveling and passport bros have nothing in common. All right. We're not the ones getting ridiculed and scrutinized on a global scale. So y'all really need to keep us out of it, because this is your bed that you made and you have to lie in it. And I find it quite interesting that now that the passport bros are facing major consequences for their behaviors and actions overseas, now they want to sit up here and distance themselves from the passport bros. Last year, they all were calling each other passport bros. Yeah, I'm a passport bro, sitting here waving passports online and all this goofy stuff. Now that they're not popular anymore, they're sitting here talking about, well, not every black man is a passport bro. No, every black man now is a passport bro because y'all stayed on code for so long, right? All of y'all were passport bros. So what's happening now? You don't get to sit up there and decide, okay, I'm no longer a passport bro. No, in the eyes of the world, you are a passport bro if you're black. Okay? So y'all made this bed and you're going to have to lie in it. And I really don't appreciate black women being dragged into this. Y'all are literally sitting here trying to use this passport bro's death and putting this on black women. This is not our battle, and I could care less. Notice how these passport bros have all of this anger and hostility towards black women online, but they have zero anger or zero hostility towards these Chilean assassins and Brazilian assassins who are hunting them down overseas like dogs, okay? I think that they need to direct their energy into getting their passports, going over to Chile, going over to Brazil, and confronting these assassins like they love to sit behind keyboards and think that they're going to confront black women. All right? So that's all I have to say about this. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe for more content below.